Welcome back to BLOCKTV. This is Blockheads. We round up the top headlines from around the cryptosphere. CoinDesk reports that Bittrex is the target of the latest $1 million crypto SIM hack lawsuit. The Block Crypto reports how Wright breaks settlement agreement in Kleiman versus Wright litigation. Cointelegraph reports how the British tax authorities updated its cryptocurrency guidelines, saying it isn't money. Decrypt reports how blockchain is powering the new space race. And Being Crypto reports how a new fake Satoshi appears claiming to be the co-founder of Bitcoin. Well, starting us off, CoinDesk reports that BitRex is being sued over a SIM swap that netted criminals 100 Bitcoin, or currently worth nearly $1 million. Now, Seattle-based angel investor and SIM swapping victim Craig Bennett alleges that BitRex didn't follow proper security protocols and standards, which led to hackers getting away with his crypto. He also claims that they didn't notify him in time about the hack and even violated their own terms of service in how they responded to the breach of his account. Now, Bennett believes that his SIM swap was an inside job because the hackers were able to change his account PIN and even change the social security number tied to his account. Now, Bittrex and AT&T both responded by saying, don't trust account security to your phone number. It's not a good sign when the companies themselves are saying that. Now, while there is truth in what they're saying, that you really shouldn't be trusting your phone and your accounts to your phones, here at BLOCKTV, we did do a desk talk that you see right there that exposed just how easy it was to get away with SIM swapping. The only information we had to provide to this phone company, which by the way was T-Mobile, we had to provide just the phone number that we wanted to swap, no other account information. And T-Mobile was ready to give us access to the account and even ship us the SIM for free. Exchanges and phone companies have to do a better job at securing accounts. Now, Bennett claims that Bittrex should have noticed something was fishy when his account was being accessed by a new IP address in Florida, of all places, and a new operating system that he never used before. Plus, Bennett says that they should have locked withdrawals from account for 24 hours after his password was changed, something he says that other exchanges do automatically. Until exchanges pick up their security game and phone companies protect their customers' account, you best keep your crypto in a cold wallet. The Block Crypto reports that the settlement agreement between David Kleiman, or the estate of David Kleiman, and Craig Wright has been broken. Wright claims that he can no longer pay his end of the settlement, which includes half of all the intellectual property that they worked on together, as well as half the Bitcoin mined before 2014, which is about 500,000 Bitcoin. Yes, that's $4.5 billion at the current market value that Wright claims he just doesn't have. Now, Wright already has no credibility in court, as the judge in the case already found him contempt of court for hiding Bitcoin addresses, lying in arguments, and manipulating documents and emails. There is very little chance that the court rules in favor of Wright going forwards, but the question remains how much Bitcoin the Kleiman estate will actually be able to recoup from Wright. This is just the latest reason to hate Craig Wright. Cointelegraph reports that the UK's tax authority, aptly named Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, has updated its crypto tax guidelines. Now, the guidelines clarify how to file taxes, how to tax crypto transactions, and exchange tokens. The guidelines did specify that the tax authority does not consider any of the current types of cryptocurrencies to be money. To their credit, the HMRC did state that they recognize that it is a new industry and is changing fast, so they will judge each case individually and apply the relevant taxes based on how the case works in the real world and not necessarily based off how it theoretically fits when they wrote the law. And lastly, up until now, the HMRC did consider buying and selling cryptocurrencies as gambling. These latest guidelines state that they no longer consider it as gambling. Decrypt reports that with the private space industry expected to be worth $1 trillion by 2020, many see opportunities for blockchain in the emerging field. Now, Consensus announced plans to track space debris on the blockchain. SpaceChain received funding from the European Space Agency to build a satellite network on the blockchain, and SpaceBit plans on taking advantage of the problem of the astronomical costs, puns intended, to conduct space missions by tokenizing them. By decentralizing the risks and costs of the missions, they hope to fund an unmanned lunar rover to the moon by 2021. And of course, not to be left out of the party, IBM announced that they are working with the Cloud Constellation Corporation to optimize the logistics and supply chains for the space industry. The skies seemingly aren't the limit for blockchain. Well, another day, another person claiming to be Satoshi Nakamoto. Being Crypto reports that at a Sims convention, a guy named Jorg Molt convinced them that he was the co-founder of Bitcoin. He got them to introduce him as the co-founder, and he proceeded to give a whole lecture about Bitcoin and its applications. During the lecture, he claimed to own 250,000 Bitcoin, about 2.3 billion at the current market value, sounding a little bit like Craig Wright over there. Now, Jorg Molt, which I guess we know why he chose to go with the name Satoshi Nakamoto instead, he also claimed to be friends with popular Bitcoin supporter Andreas Antonopoulos. Antonopoulos quickly took to Twitter to deny those claims and set the record straight about this fraudster. Well, that was Blockheads. Stay current, stay informed, and stay tuned at BLOCKTV.com.
For more news and updates, follow us on Twitter.